Oh boy, I can't believe we're heading towards the end of the year. I know we say that probably every year, but this time it definitely went by very, very quick. It's scary. Ugh. Shalom everyone, my name's Es and I'm taking you on my conversion journey. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, check down below to make sure you're subscribed, and also go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon so you can be a part of my exclusive lovely journey to Judaism. So I wanted to create a lovely end of the year type video where I make all these lovely unrealistic goals and never complete them in the next year. No, but this year it will be like the first time I actually want to take it seriously. A lot of changes are happening in my life. Next year I'll be officially a Jewish woman, and I have so many like accomplishments and things that I want to get done in the new year. And a lot of people have been asking me like, what do you plan on doing in the future? What do I plan on doing for this channel? What I plan on doing in life? And I decided to like write down like 10 things, and there's a bonus, so there's actually 11. And I wanted to kind of get you guys on track with where I'm going in my life, and we're gonna get a little personal here because I think it's good. I'm a very structured planner type person, and if I have my goals written out for everyone to see, and I have to report back to you guys at the end of 22 to see if I accomplished any of this, I think it'll give me like motivation and push me to really accomplish these goals. I think you guys should do it too. I think everyone should write down 10 goals that they want to accomplish in 2022. And at the end of the year, we'll all look at it together and laugh and, cry and, be joyful at the things we did accomplish. So let's get into my 10 goals for 2022. So my first goal, and this goal has been my goal for the past year, and I've been okay with it, but not so much. But I haven't been taking it seriously, to be honest. I've just kind of been dabbling in it and then not really finishing and then kind of forgetting all that I learned. So my number one thing is to learn how to read and speak Hebrew. I know how to read very little, but it's not the best and it's very slow. And I know how to speak it just a little, but not so much. So I said, you know what, screw it. I have to take this seriously. I want to be on top of my Hebrew. I've been dying to learn this language for a long, long time, and I need some help. So if any of you guys are an actual teacher who knows how to speak Hebrew and can drill it in me, I want to accomplish this goal in 6 months. At least in 6 months, I want to be able to have a conversation with somebody in Hebrew. So if any of you guys are like a teacher or some type of like native speaker, maybe you could help me, because a lot of people have reached out to me and they have been great, but I need somebody who could have a lesson plan for me and really structure my learning. And if you want, I'll pay for it, but I would love it to be for free. But I'm also going to take my Hebrew Pod 101 that I paid a lot of money for and use it. I'll link it down below if you guys want to go on this journey for 2022 with me to learn Hebrew. I need to learn it. It's not a requirement in this conversion for me to learn Hebrew, but it is very helpful. It helps me connect with the prayers. I'll be able to follow better at the synagogue, and I'll be fun when it's just cool. It's just cool to know another language, but it's also cool to know the Holy Tongue. So I want to make sure that by next year by the end of next year, I am able to speak fluent Hebrew. I think it's a beautiful language, and I think it's fun, and I think this whole process should be a lot of fun. So if you guys want to help me out with that, or you want to do this challenge with me, I'll link down Hebrew Pod 101, and you guys could see for yourself if that works. It's honestly been like a great resource for me to use. I just have been lazy. I just don't. I'm not a lazy person. It's not a priority. And now that I have clear written goals out for myself, it's definitely going to be a priority for 2022. So we're gonna learn Hebrew together, guys. I promise. So my next one for number 2 is to find a Jewish community for me to live in. And I have been a little bit skeptical about this because I love the community I've been growing with and being a part of here on Long Island. They're awesome. Everyone's amazing, educating me, helping me, like guiding me throughout this entire process. And, it's hard for me to imagine that there might be this somewhere else. It's almost like a little scary for me because, I'm going to things alone, and like I've been warned to not be a part of certain communities because they will be racist towards me. I personally have never experienced that with Jewish people. I mean, I hope I don't, but I'm not gonna say that everyone's perfect. There are bad racist people out there, but I don't just write off every community because of that. I am looking for a modern Orthodox community, or if things worse comes to worse, I might stay here, but I would love to look for a community in Florida or Arizona or maybe North Carolina if it's there. I'm afraid that like New York is like the pool of all these amazing Jewish communities, and it's so diverse, and New York is very much known for that. So if I can find that somewhere else, even in Texas, if I could find that somewhere else that is a bit more affordable, because New York is just so crazy expensive. I would love to kind of move out of state for maybe a few years and maybe establish roots in a different community. So what communities are you guys a part of? Are they in Florida? Like, are they modern Orthodox? Like I said, modern. I'm a modern woman. I'm looking for a modern Jewish life. And I don't know where to go. Like, I Google things and a bunch of things pop up, but I would rather trust you guys and your input and where you live or how you grew up. Just let me know down below and tell me where to go, because I'm like a blind man walking. And I think since I'm wrapping this conversion up very soon, I want to really just have a community that I could start reaching out to and maybe start connecting to people out there. Or maybe you guys could connect me with people. My email's down below. Send me everything. Send me things all over, and I will definitely take a look at it. I want to find a community because, like, as much as I love this one, it's not, I did find it on my own, but do I want to really raise children in this community? Do I want to get married in this community? Like, these are things I think about. Can I afford to even live in this community? So these are the things that I think about, and I'm just, I'm starting a new life, and I want to just start it fresh with someone new and be new, and there's nothing wrong with that. So let me know if you guys know like a community that's more accepting of someone like me and will be willing to welcome me into their Jewish life. Number 3, I would like to get engaged next year. So I started dating. It's been fun. I'm very happy. And, I do, like, I'm not playing games. Like, I'm turning 30 next year. Oh, maybe that should be on the list, my 30th, what to do for my 30th. I'm turning 30 next year. So I want this to happen quick. I'm not playing games. Like, I want somebody who knows who they are, knows where they're going, is Jewish, is a smart man, and, is there for me, and, I'll be there for him. And I think, once I find that connection, I'll want to tie the knot very quickly, quickly and quietly, and move away to whatever community you guys say we should live, to start a Jewish family. Like, this is why this is all being done, and I can't spend, I'm gonna lose my mind. I can't spend another year or two just wandering in the dating abyss, not knowing, like, what I want, or, someone doesn't want me, or, like, it has to be done. It has to be done. I believe in love at first sight. I'm not a complicated woman. I have very simple needs, and, I want somebody who's in my faith, and it's gonna be a nice, exciting life. So this is definitely a personal goal for me, and I'm praying. I hope it happens. So number 4 is an exciting one. I've told you guys several times that I love writing. I've tapped into this talent. I've been dabbling with it for the past few years, but I've been taking it very seriously. That also reminds me to tell you guys to download my ebook down below. Don't forget, it's an awesome ebook on modesty, and I wrote it myself, and I hope that it'll teach you guys a few things that I've learned throughout the years. So what I plan on doing next year, well, what I've been doing is I've been writing my own story out, and I want to release my book next year. So this book is going to be very personal, very in detail about my entire conversion process. And I think it's a cool book because I'm writing it as things are happening. And there are a lot of details that I haven't shared on my YouTube channel or on my blog or with pretty much anybody. And it's going to be a very it's going to be a very interesting book, almost like my biopic on, like, conversion. I talk about my feelings, I talk about the process, I talk about my struggles, the hesitations I've had, the setbacks, people being angry, people being mean, people being nice and wonderful. I talk about my childhood and how I grew up, and my struggles and my insecurities. And basically, I haven't reached the end yet, so I can't tell you how the book ends, but there's just so much information in there that could help people who are still struggling after they convert, or in the process of a conversion, or are thinking about converting, or know somebody who's converting. This book can also be for them too. So I think it's going to be a great release. I think I've gotten very comfortable with sharing my journey, and my words have gotten much powerful throughout the years because I'm becoming a better writer. And I think it'll bring my story to life even more than what I do on YouTube. And it's been very fun to write, and I've been getting emotional myself. Every time I write a new page, I'm like, wow, I can't believe that I'm telling people this, and I can't believe I'm going through this, but it is what it is. And hopefully I would like to release the book before my 30th birthday. A lot of things happening at 30. So hopefully I'll be able to release it by then. So stay tuned. I haven't even named it yet. What do you guys think I should name it? I was thinking like my conversion journey, but that's a little corny and basic. So if you guys have any ideas for like a book title of this type of book, let me know down below. I think all suggestions are welcome. So my next goal for 2022 is going to be to go to Israel. I already told my patrons about it, but I have been invited to Israel twice by both families, but situations has happened and, you know, we weren't able to go, and COVID and this and this. So I was just like, okay, eventually I'm going to have to go. I want to go. I want to go to the Kotel. I want to experience Masada. I want to go to the Dead Sea and eat Israeli food and speak Hebrew. This is one of the reasons why I put Hebrew on there, because if I go to Israel, I can't no, I want to be able to speak, at least like have a conversation with somebody. And with that being said, I cannot wait. I'm not terrified of planes. I'm not a huge traveler. And I've never been on a plane for like 10 to 12 hours before in my life. And I don't even think I've even been in a car that long. So this is going to be a very interesting trip. My sisters, I told you guys I have 5 sisters. I don't know if I ever said that. So I think 3 of them will be joining me on this trip. So it's going to be a cute like sister trip. We plan on going in the summer for 2 weeks. And I think that's more than enough time for me to do all the things that I need and can do, and to experience Israel in all its essence. And I think it's going to be a memorable experience. It's going to be a wonderful experience. And this is a huge, huge goal. And I wanted to go before my conversion is over, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to go after. I'm going to go after as a Jewish woman and experience Israel. And I think it's going to be a great, great time. So if you guys want to be a part of that, all of that will be on my Patreon. The pictures, the videos, the experiences, all of that is on Patreon, because I have my family, and you know, this is a very personal journey. So if you haven't signed up for the Patreon, go sign up, because it's going to be getting very exciting over there. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Dating, Patreon, like Israel. Yeah, a lot of things are happening. So if you guys have, I wanted to ask you guys, where do you guys go in Israel? Where do you guys stay? Can you guys find me a place to stay? Where should I stay? What should I do? What should I avoid? Where, like, I need to know, like, what exactly am I going to be doing? And like, what, like, I don't travel. I don't know things. Like, we didn't even buy our flights yet, and I don't want to buy like a terrible flight. I need like a step-by-step itinerary of like where in Israel we should start our trip and end our trip. Like, I do, like, this trip isn't just for me. Like, I have 3 other women, my sisters, that are coming with me that are Christians, and they also want to see Jesus stuff. So, you know, we're gonna have to accommodate that somehow. And I don't know, can we go to Nazareth or Bethlehem? Like, I don't know. So I need to know which areas to avoid. If you guys have any tips for me, and if you guys know anybody, or even if you guys live in Israel, I would love to meet you guys. That would be fantastic. I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous, but I'm trying to remain positive. It's going to be a great, great time. So definitely let me know down below what you guys feel and what do you guys think is important for me to do in Israel. Okay, so number 6 is kind of like a silly one. It's not too crazy, but it's something that I want to learn and teach myself, and that's to learn how to make challah bread. I see like a few of my sponsoring families make it, and like she makes it amazing. And I was like, I want to get creative with this. I don't want to keep buying like these $10 challahs all the time. Like, I would like to make them from scratch myself. And I think it'll be like a fun thing to do. Maybe I'll make a video with my best friends of us doing it. But it is something that I do want to learn how to do, because I said my goal was to learn how to make turkey, and I made it. So next is challah bread. And I think learning to make this from scratch, especially since it's going to be a key thing in my life going forward now, I should learn how to make it from scratch, because I don't want to keep buying this, or maybe like if I can't like run to the store, what if I don't have challah? How am I supposed to do Shabbat? Like, you know, like there's things like that kind of go through my mind. So hopefully I can make this happen. It's not number one, but it's there, and I want to make sure I accomplish it for 2022. If you guys have any challah recipes or anything that can make this go a lot smoother, comment down below and let me know exactly how to make challah the right way. Like, I want my braided, I want it to look amazing, like it was from like a bakery. So if you have that recipe, let me know down below. So my next goal for 2022 is to connect with other Jewish creators here on YouTube, or housewives, stay-at-home moms, women who empower each other, rabbis, any type of other Jewish channel. I want to try to reach out to different creators to see if like we can maybe collab. I know you guys have told me several times to reach out to Jar of Fireflies, and I have, and she responded to me, and she was very, very sweet about everything. I don't know if she does collabs, but I just honestly wanted to connect with her. I think her and I probably will connect the most. I thought it would be awesome if me and her can maybe do a collab one day, or like, you know, we'll see what happens in the future. But there are so many other women out there, and men. Like, I'm open to everyone, especially conservatives. I would love to reach out to other women conservatives. We share the same values, and I think it would benefit my channel and theirs too. I love stay-at-home moms who homeschool is a big one. I plan on homeschooling all my children. So channels like that. So if you guys know any channels that would kind of vibe with mine, or any other creators that you guys like, comment them down below and let them know that I exist. Because I would love to get more engaging conversations going on. I like to talk about deep topics. I like to get in depth with pretty much everything. A few people I love, like Classical Abby is one of my favorites. She's also Jewish mommy. I think she's adorable. She's a great person for me to connect with. There's also Mrs. Midwest, who's a lovely, beautiful stay-at-home mom, and she's like an adorable housewife. I would love to connect with her. I think these type of women and myself, like, we can vibe well. We could probably make some engaging conversations, and, you know, just talk about everyday life or whatever you guys want. I'm willing to branch out to everyone. So if you guys have a specific channel that you guys think I can connect with, comment down below and let them know that I'm here and I'm willing and open to talk to anybody. I think it'll make things very interesting, and I don't know, we'll see where 2022 takes us. So my next one is something very exciting. I don't know if you guys noticed this about me. I do love jewelry. It's something kind of new. Like, I always kind of shied away from it because I'm a massage therapist and I really can't have things on me. But ever since I really started YouTube, I started to tap more into like modest clothing and modest jewelry and just like, I don't know, being more feminine. And every time that I would go to find clothing, it was either thrifted or I would have to do some serious search to find like modest clothing. Jeez, it's like nobody's covering anything these days. And I can't judge because I had to realize this on my own growing up. I spoke about it in my ebook. how, you know, I was crazy with my fashion. I had shorts up to here and shirts up to here, and like, you know, I wanted to show off all my tattoos, and, you know, like I just didn't understand how to dress modestly and the importance of it. So now as an adult, as a young woman, I'm branching out, and I want to create like a modest clothing line slash jewelry line where, you know, people could just find cute little pieces that are modest and girly. And I don't know, like, we'll see where it takes me. And I definitely have been working on it. I don't know if you guys like some of the pieces I'm wearing right now. Like, you know, I'm testing things out, and I would love to like have my store out hopefully by the end, not the end, hopefully by mid-March, hopefully, we'll see. But it's definitely a huge goal, and I'm working very, very hard on it. And it's fun. It's fun to dress modest. It is, because you're covering up the things that need to be covered up, and, you know, you're dressing for respect, you're dressing for elegance, and, you know, you're letting people focus on your face, and your beautiful face is shining, and they're listening to the words that you're saying instead of being distracted from what your body's saying. So I love modest attire, and I can't wait to launch my my store, and hopefully you guys like it. If you guys hate it, let me know. But eventually, you know, I will start covering my hair, and, you know, I want these pieces to still be elegant and fashionable, and I want to still feel beautiful. And, you know, I think this is a huge step for me. It's definitely a lot of work, but anything for y'all. So you guys let me know. Like, I'm interested in a lot of jewelry, necklace, rings, long skirts, I love long sleeve, like dresses, wintry clothes, summer stuff. Like, you guys let me know down below what things you guys would want, and maybe I can design them, and we'll see. I think that'll be pretty awesome. So your input matters to me. So let me know. Number 9, on top of all that I have going on, I'm still a big reader, but this is something I've been wanting to do, and I'm going to push myself to do it. Even if I don't hit this mark, I know myself, I'll probably hit a lot. So my next goal is to read 50 books next year. This is very difficult. Sometimes I'm still on Talushkin's book, and I'm reading 2 other books, you know, like, but I finally figured out a way to read quickly and to absorb the information effectively. So I think 50 books is totally doable in the span of a year. And I'm gonna try to break it up to do 4 quarters, so 3 months at a time, and a set amount for those 3 months. And I'm gonna take you guys with me. I'm gonna release the quarterly book reading list, and I'll link it down below in the first video for 2022. So you guys know exactly what I'm reading, and you guys could read with me, and we could probably like discuss it on Patreon, or you could email me about it. I just think it's very helpful to just keep reading it. Not only just about Judaism, I want to read more about homeschooling. I want to read more about, I want to read the Parsha. I want to read like so many things. And I think over a span of a year, you know, it's going to help me expand my religious learnings and be more open to helping people. And we're gonna be smarter by the end of 22. So it's definitely going to be probably one of my toughest goals here. But, you know, I'm willing to do it if you guys are down with me. So January 1st, it begins. And another thing, reading these books, and like I said, it's not just going to be like Jewish, there's going to be other like self-help books that I'm going to throw in there. Doing this is also going to build your confidence your knowledge, your vocabulary, the way you react to people, like everything is just going to be better for you. And I think that in this society, we all should really start to read more. Like, I'm not even joking. I feel like people just aren't reading nowhere near as much as maybe our parents did or our grandparents did. And I think by taking this dive seriously and us all doing this together will really help the community, not only the Jewish community, but, you know, all of us, all of the YouTube communities. So yeah, tell me down below what books you guys want to read in 2021, and I'll formulate some type of list, and we'll get this book reading journey on the road for 2022. So my last one is I want to grow my following to 10,000 subscribers next year. I think that's an awesome goal. I would love to reach people all over the world, all over YouTube. So if you guys haven't, I'm just gonna ask you guys to subscribe and also send my videos to whoever, even if they're not Jewish, send them out to people and let them know I exist. You know, and if you are a creator yourself and you want to collab, you know, my email's down below. I would love to collab with people and kind of get my voice out there, my message out there, and to just speaking about topics that I am so passionate about. And I think that that'll be a great way for me to reach my goals. And people are like, 10,000 is not that much. Listen, I'm not looking to be a huge millionaire YouTuber. I just want my voice to get out there, and I just want people to know that, you know, I have a story to tell, and there are people who are struggling through this process, who feel alone, who don't have any friends, or who may have converted and maybe it didn't work out for them, and maybe they're still connected. Like, there's just so many of us out there, and I didn't even notice this until I started doing YouTube. I felt like I was alone. So now that I know that I'm not, I know there's more of us out there. So I'm asking you guys to just spread it all over the world and let people know I'm here. And we'll see where this goes by the end of 2022. So I have a bonus one, guys. So I've been thinking about this for a while. I've always been interested in coaching, life coaching, you know, educating people, being more on the positive side of life. And I think with me being a convert and going through all the things that I went through, I think that I would be an excellent coach to coach people who are not even on this journey, but are thinking about it, or, you know, have went through it and just need somebody to kind of coach them through the after effect of all the changes that are happening in their life. And I would love to coach people, and that's something I want to start offering maybe like towards the end of next year, and it's definitely a lovely goal of mine. And I don't know, does it sound stupid? Does it sound dumb? But we'll see. There's things on this journey that no one could really explain to you unless they actually went through it, and I'm your girl. Okay, so before this video gets way too long, I just want to say that I'm going to be watching this video at the end of 2022, and I'll be making a video response to this one to see if I accomplished all these goals. And the fact that I have done this and I said it in front of you guys is motivating me even more to get this done. And I hope you guys write your goals out for 2022. Listen, I know it's cheesy, but it works. It works. And just have your goals lined up, and just, even if you just complete one, you did something this year to come. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, check down below to make sure you're subscribed. Also subscribe to my Patreon if you want to see all of my lovely photos in Israel. And also, I thank you guys for all your support. Spread my message out, and I'll see you in the next video. Shabbat Shalom.